Governor Rick Perry is trying for an unprecedented third term as Texas governor. Perry took office back in December 2000, moving up to that job when George W. Bush was elected president. He has served as governor longer than anyone in the state's history. The governor says 9 years in office gives him vital experience, but critics say it's time for a change. In the first of our series of profiles on the candidates for governor, a look at incumbent Rick Perry.
Do you want a leader who loves Texas and all it stands for?
In Rick Perry's run for re-election, he is courting conservatives. Flanked by former VP candidate Sarah Palin, he fired up supporters at a recent rally with a swipe at Washington.
It's a simple choice, I happen to think. Do you want to keep Texas successful and on the track that it's on? Or do you want to usher in a culture of Washington-style leadership?
Well, we're making progress. May not be going as fast as any of us would like. But
the governor's anti-Washington stand was just one of the topics we covered when we sat down for an interview.
What do you think are the biggest problems facing Texas right now? And talk about what you're doing to attack those problems.
There are 3 issues that face this state that if you don't address them, we're going to have some great challenges. Let me put it that way. Transportation, electrical power, and water, and the infrastructure of all of those. If you do not have a plan in place in a state that is growing at an unprecedented rate, then your growth will stop because people can't get around on your highways. They will not have the electrical power to fund the economic development. And obviously, the limiting growth factor for a city like Dallas is water. We've got to build reservoirs. We've got to find new sources of water so that we can have a foundation of those for our continued growth.
Well, I know your opponent's been critical of some of the job numbers because, you know, you've been touting job growth, and she said last year in 2009, the Texas Employment Commission said basically we lost 300,000 jobs.
That's kind of like saying, you know, Mac, you lost that last game, taking a snapshot, and then look at the last 10 years in Texas. We're the only state in the nation or the big states that had the type of private sector job growth that we did. We created more private sector jobs in the last 10 years than any other state in the nation. That's irrefutable.
I know you've been very critical of the Obama administration, but didn't that $12 million in stimulus money help you balance the budget and not have to dip into the rainy day fund?
Here's how I look at that. We send billions of dollars to Washington, D.C. every year. Gas tax, federal income tax, you name it, we send it to Washington, D.C. Should we expect to have some of it back? Absolutely.
Why do you think you'd be a better governor than K. Bailey Hutchison or Bill White?
Executive experience. When you look at 9 years that I've been the governor of the state of Texas and what we have accomplished, that track record's pretty able. When you look at what we have created here in this state, a senator, a mayor, neither one of those had the executive leadership of running the state of Texas.
Governor Perry is hoping that experience and his record is the combination that will send him back to the state capitol for an unprecedented third consecutive term.
As a Texan, as a husband, as a patriot, as a father of 2, I sincerely hope you will choose the farmer and vote for experienced leadership and Texas values.
Governor